Stanford has done very well under Kate Pay so far. We are ready. LSU in whites, the Cardinal in the black with the Cardinal trim. Tiffany Bird throws it up, and the opening tip is controlled by Samaya Smith out in the starting five. Left the last game with an injury, but she looked fine in practice and in shoot-around. And Williams gets things started with the three.
Kayla Williams is making her offensive game felt.
4% on the season so far from outside the three-point line. Excellent three-point shooting so far for Stanford this season. 44%. That's number one in the country, but a turnover here. They have to take care.
And that's the key to LSU's success so far this season, turning teams over and getting out and running.
There's a Guerra on the glass, and that's a good sign for Stanford. We thought there was pressure on Stanford to get off to a good start here in front of this loud crowd here tonight.
Absolutely, and right now the ball is moving well for Stanford, so you're seeing them get some high percentage looks.
Johnson gambled on the steal, couldn't get it. Aguirre's got the offensive rebound and takes it inside for two more. And the foul. What a start for the Cardinal.
Well, the Cardinal are taking what LSU gives them. No one checks Nunu, so she gets the off. It allows me opportunities to play all my guards.
Aguirre ripped away by Morrow, and here comes LSU on the run. They have missed their last 5 field goal attempts. Day Wilson ends that. Buzgana, who was a perfect 10 for 10 from the field in the last game for Stanford. Dimitri answers for 3.
Stanford would be very diligent and patient on the offensive end.
Day Wilson, no. Wolfenbarger trying to rip it away from Dimitri, but Dimitri wins the battle.
And Eric, Kate Pay immediately stood up when they got that defensive rebound and said, slow down. She doesn't want to get in a track meet.
They will get into a three-point shooting contest.
Equal opportunity, feasting from deep. This time Harriel left open, making LSU pay. Stanford just trying to clog up the paint. This is why Day Wilson's getting some of these looks.
This is not a team that lives by the three, making on average 5 a game so far this season. They were 5 of 11 Sunday when they put 131 points on the board. Stanford stays hot.
We asked Kate Pay, what's the key for your team tonight? She said, we got to play with confidence. This team's looking pretty confident so far.
I'll say. She'll reset, defended by excellent defender in Flaugier Johnson. Samaya Smith comes over for the help to knock it away. Kaylin Gilbert on the floor for LSU, number 16. Very familiar with facing Stanford, the Arizona transfer. That's a 2. Buzgana. Johnson tries to sell the foul. Another 3 for Stanford. It's Aguirre, her 6th made 3 of the season.
Getting 2 feet in the paint and kicking out to open shooters. The problem was 1 of 6 from 3, and that's why Nunu Aguirre was open in the corner.
Cardinal 4 for 6 outside the three-point line. Johnson will try the 3 and make it. Flaugier. Aguirre, she is a handful and a half right now for LSU to try to stop.
A lot of talk about the bigs for LSU, but Nunu Aguirre is saying, hey, don't forget about me. The key for her is just to get more comfortable in this Princeton-style offense.
Well, they had her for 2, but they were late on the pass. Instead, it turns into a 3 for Stanford. She's got 8, 2 3-pointers. Williams, that sweet, silky touch for 2. Ogden works with Stevenson. Day Wilson got a hand in there. LSU forces the turnover, and a foul's going to be called on Clardy running into Flaugier.
I mean, and this is just how disruptive Day Wilson can be. And I mean, just accidental contact there. The other key for them is get on the glass. Right now, the Cardinal +9 on the glass in this game.
14 boards for Stanford, 5 for LSU in that first quarter. Morrow 0 for 3 from the field. Christie averaging 18 points a game, second on the team.
Well, and I want to credit the defensive game plan by Stanford so far. They're playing off.
Paint points are 10-0 in favor of Stanford after that drive to the basket by Buzgana.
I mean, even the entry passes to the post are being clogged up because the guards are playing off, just to slow down the pace of the offense for the Cardinal.
Tough shot, the fadeaway from Dimitri on the baseline. Here's Flaugier. Williams, wide open three.
I know I've talked about the post play of LSU, but let's not forget about the guard play. Michaela Williams trailing. Defense so worried about transition that they sink into the paint. Williams wide open from three.
Hill running the point for Stanford. Another turnover. There's Flaugier in traffic. They look for Gilbert on the inside. She has strength. She can use that right hand and left hand equally, and she scores with the left. They look for Gilbert on the inside. She has strength. She can use that right hand and left hand equally, and she scores with the left. Another turnover for Stanford. They've had trouble taking care of the basketball here in the second quarter. Flaugier can't make them pay. Lost art sometimes.
Well, I think it was about the shot clock.
Flaugier. Crowd gets a little louder. Little accidental offense from Buzgana.
And a couple of times they've been there to take that charge if they go too far in off that pass.
Williams, three more. That will quiet the crowd. Ogden and Aguirre, good work. Aguirre, turnovers have been a problem here for Stanford this quarter. Gilbert scores off the turnover.
For LSU, this is when they're at their best. Steal and getting it out quickly in transition. This time it's Gilbert measuring it up. Pull-up jumpers. They do not want them to get the easy paint points.
Aguirre. Morrow there defensively. Three-pointer is good. Called, but it wasn't.
What starts with Aguirre's dribble penetration. You see Les Terpoa kind of look at it, and that's how Dimitri's open for her third made three. They do not want them to get the easy paint points.
Aguirre. Morrow there defensively. Three-pointer is good. Called, but it wasn't.
What starts with Aguirre's dribble penetration. You see Les Terpoa kind of look at it, and that's how Dimitri's open for her third made three. Well, and no disrespect to Indiana, but I feel like if Brooke Dimitri doesn't get in foul trouble in that game, I think the final score is very different for the Cardinals. She had to go to the bench, and they were never the same.
Gilbert, Day Wilson, and Richard, the freshman. That's number 30. Williams, no.
Williams is the 4 right now. Morrow is the 5 for LSU. 8 points off the bench, and oh yeah, Anissa Morrow got going on the glass.
As Gilbert has it up top. Gilbert does it herself.
Flipped the script. Struggled in that first quarter. Gilbert.
So what do you see on the court right now, Christy?
Well, Kim Mulkey's going with a hot hand. Gilbert starting this half, going a little bit smaller.
For the triple.
And I'm eager to see the defense for the Cardinal this second half. They're not in front of their bench, so some of the rotations, will they still be there? LSU to get going. Flaugier Johnson's going to be a big part of the offense. Just a beautiful pull-up jumper, and she knows how important it is.
Johnson picked up a second foul in the quarter. Dimitri inside for 2.
And then for Stanford, the beautiful footwork. Stumbles a little bit with the ball, but the foot.
Aguirre being defended by Johnson. Remember, playing with the 2 fouls. Aguirre with the spin off the window for 2. Stanford.
And it is everyone getting involved. Aguirre, beautiful reverse spin move. And then, well, now it's Morrow on Aguirre.
On the switch, so Harriel drives on Johnson. Right now, it seems to be whoever Flaugier Johnson has to try to defend with those 2 fouls. They're going after her. They're being aggressive.
Stanford has done so well in transition defense of getting back and clogging up the paint.
Morrow doing what Anissa Morrow does time and time again. And at the end of it, she's going to make herself heard.
They're forcing a stagnant LSU offense.
Smith, Johnson, deep 3 to beat the shot clock. 12 points for Flaugier. Beautiful offense run by Stanford. Buzgana on the cut. Williams has the ability to beat you from Williams. Got the space she needed. Turns to the bench.
In the paint, she will trail for the three. She is feeling it right now.
Williams got the space she needed. Turns to the bench. Day Wilson with the steal. Took it away from Harriel. Up for Smith. Smith to Gilbert. Day Wilson with the steal. Took it away from Harriel. Up for Smith. Smith to Gilbert. Clardy's got to go. Shot clock's down to 4. Aguirre into the game. Lost the handle. Another turnover for Stanford. Cardinal having trouble taking care of the ball. And here's Day Wilson. Johnson on the pull-up. Aguirre into the game. Lost the handle. Another turnover for Stanford. Cardinal having trouble taking care of the ball. And here's Day Wilson. Johnson on the pull-up. Aguirre and one. Sophomore, that she's a teddy bear and she wants the grizzly bear to come out, and I think the grizzly was growling on the floor.
Well, I asked her, how will we know if the grizzly bear's here tonight? She said, I'll give the flex. Well, she's on the floor giving the flex that time.
So many shots from the perimeter against this Stanford team trying to pack things in. It's been a challenge, but here's Aguirre on the other end. Or is it her second? Let's get confirmation on that. Two fouls on Aguirre. Flauget.
That elbow area on the drop pass to the bigs, I double down on it.
Clardy, strong take to the basket for her first two. Here's Day Wilson. Williams skips it to an open Johnson in the corner for three.
So that could be really critical down the stretch for LSU.
Aguirre out of the timeout by LSU. Nunu Aguirre.
So that could be really critical down the stretch for LSU.
Aguirre out of the timeout by LSU. Nunu Aguirre.
Credit Stanford. Every time out, they have come out and they have responded and executed.
Gilbert with the answer and one.
Slice and dice through a defense. Past 1, 2 defenders who are much taller. Doesn't matter. Great rotation by Morrow.
Three-pointer is off the mark. Williams has the rebound. Here comes Gilbert. You know she'll look to attack the basket. Stanford was ready for it. They get the turnover. Flauget Johnson over the 20-point mark again for a 7th time this season and a 13th time in their last 18 games. On the drive, good strong take by Buzgana for two. Sitting way back off of Day Wilson, tempting her to take the shot. Gilbert from the outside will knock it down. Maybe not the best shot by Michaela Williams. Aguirre, Dimitri on the cut. What a sequence there.
Well, just the entry pass by Dimitri. Her player turns her head, so Dimitri cuts hard to the basket. Nice help by Morrow.
Harriel for three. Yes! Janiyah Harriel knocks down a three-pointer. Crowd of 10,317.
Well, you feel like Stanford's growing up before our eyes there. Janiyah Harriel realizes her defender is not on her, and so she just steps back a little bit, raises up, and knocks it down. Huge three.
Stanford can bring it inside of 3 minutes. They continue to work on Dimitri near the Stanford bench. Inside all alone, Aguirre with the layup.
Well, some of it's got to be because the last couple of possessions for Stanford, they just sliced and diced the LSU defense that time.
Morrow hits from the outside. It has been a quiet Morrow hits from the outside. It has been a quiet. Looking to penetrate, but nowhere to go. Johnson. Gilbert. Gilbert, tough drive. 4-2. But they got a shooter's chance, and then some here with 40 seconds to go.
Well, Flau'jae Johnson's been the best three-point shooter by percentage and makes this season.
Oh, Williams. Count it, and one for the contact.
But they're looking to score quick, and that's the good thing. Williams just attacking, drawing the foul.
Until it's touched, so the freshman back on the floor, Richard. Clock's going, 2-possession game, 5-point Stanford lead. Gilbert, tough three, drains it!
This is the play they worked on yesterday in the game, a little wraparound by Gilbert. She doesn't need 2 feet, she just needs the one to knock down that three.
Here's Gilbert. Williams. Williams on the turnaround. It's good. 4.3 to go. No timeouts. Aguera. Dimitri. Buzgana at the buzzer. We're going to overtime.
Just too slow in developing, and I think Buzgana had more time than she thought when she let it go. Right now, I don't even care about the rest of the challenge. This is that good here in the PMAC.
Here's Morrow. It's been a quiet game offensively. Williams. She knew it. It's a three. Their only lead of the game before this moment was 3-0 on a Williams three-pointer to start the game.
But then on the other end, Nunu Aguera says, not so fast.
Day Wilson, got it. Gilbert has Aguera, shoots over, and knocks it down. Aguera through the legs. Great handle and the great finish by Nunu. Gilbert trying to take Ogden off the dribble. Good job by Ogden defensively. 5 on the shot clock. It's Williams. 1-on-1. 3 on the way. It's good!
Well, why not? Michaela Williams, have yourself a night. Time after time in this game, she has stepped up and hit the big shot.
And those who left early probably won't do that again because the Tigers showing some of that Tiger magic. Clardy to the basket. Gilbert at the free throw line to shoot the 2. By the looks of it, those who tried to leave were let back into the building to make sure the home court advantage was intact here at the PMAC. And those who left early probably won't do that again because the Tigers showing some of that Tiger magic. Clardy to the basket. Final seconds. We'll see if Stanford lets it play out. They will. A comeback in Baton Rouge is complete. LSU wins it 94-88.